What's up, guys? This is Lucas the Wise, and I am back, and I am better than ever. I'm here with a deck and a gear setup for someone who requested it. Shout out to them for, being a true MVP, and I hope you do well in Myth PvP. I have had some recent success in PvP. I am currently in Avalon. Yeah, guys. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So okay, these are the stats so far. Pretty decent, honestly. We have 114 damage, 48 resist across the board, which is great. Oh wait, hold on, let me put this on real quick. This isn't needed, but it is a great thing to have, and I'll get into all of the other stuff in a minute. So yeah, yeah, I have that mount which gives extra accuracy. It's just for the accuracy, but yeah, these are the stats. 35 accuracy is not bad at all. So yeah, this is the block and the crit. Crit is alright, I guess. Yeah, 100% power percentage, so I'm not getting any new pips. 10 stun resist, which I do stun resist sometimes. It's happened before. It's really funny. And yeah, this is the rank. 854, almost 4 Lord again. It's been a really big struggle as of late because of the crit update, but yeah, it's better than the last stage and stuff like that, so whatever. I'm rocking it. So let's get into the gear. That's the mount. So this is not the hat that I would prefer to use. This is the Crocopatra hat. I typically use Malistaire hat because it gives more pierce and it gives one less of resist, which isn't much, and it also gives more power pip percentage, which is always nice to have. But yeah, I'm rocking this because I stitched over my Malistaire hat by accident, and I haven't been able to get it back, unfortunately, and I'm too lazy to farm. But yeah, this is what I have right now. It's been working out pretty well. But Malistaire hat is definitely the preferred hat to have. This is something that I feel is essential to Myth PvP. This right here is the Malistaire's robe. This I don't think is better than Bone Smasher, which is Rattlebone's robe from the one-shot gauntlets. I think that hold on 1 second. Let me put the sound down because this is way too loud. Okay. Hold on, did it even fix? No, it did not. 1 second. Okay. So yeah, I think this is one of the most important pieces of the puzzle. This, I guess you can farm for it and get it and pretty easily. But look at the difference, guys. Like a bunch less accuracy, 1 extra critical, 1 extra resist, and 1 extra damage. And you lose power pip chance and accuracy, and you gain 30 more health. Like, come on. Malistaire is clearly the better robe to have. If you feel that the Bone Smasher robe is better, or if that's all you can get right now because you're too lazy to farm or something, I guess go ahead and use it. But I'm saying that the Malistaire robe is by far better. Moving on, we have this. This is by no question about it. This is the most important piece of everything. If you don't have this, you shouldn't be PvPing. This is the Malistaire boots. Now, I understand Malistaire is not the greatest drop giver, I guess you can say, but it is doable, and yeah, it helps so much in PvP. You will not survive in PvP without it. I guarantee that. Like, you can farm for the Miyagi one, but it doesn't give power pip chance. It gives 1 extra shadow pip chance, which I don't really care about much. And it just gives more pierce, more resist, and just about the same amount of accuracy and maybe a little more health. But honestly, it really doesn't compare. This is the better boots by far. Next we have this. I mean, there's alternatives to this. If you can't get this right here, which is great, you can use this one, which is the the 100 version, which I guess if you're low on power chance, you can use that and get yourself to 100%. I mean, that's just the only reason I would use it. And there's also Malister's wand, which it can be better if you have certain pieces of gear, which I do have 99% of it. I'm just missing one piece, but we'll get to that in a minute. This, I mean, guys, critical is broken at the moment, and even I get landed on fairly often, actually. Like, it's pretty often. I have this right here. This is just like, look at it. It's sexy. Like, if you just look at it, it is crazy how ridiculously OP it is. I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so yeah, this is really needed, actually. You can farm what's her face? Baba Yaga for her theme, but honestly, if you really think about it, this is so much better that honestly, like, you need this. Like, there's no question about it. Like, if you don't have this, go for Baba Yaga. I promise you, you're gonna need either or. But this is obviously the preferred one. Yeah, you're gonna spend some crowns on tourneys, unless you've been saving for who knows how long. But yeah, if not, I guess use this. But you really need the block, honestly. Like, there's no way around it. Now, this is where it can get tricky. You can use Relic of the Shadow Palace if you have it, and you get extra crit. And I mean, it's only 30 less block. Like, look at my stats with it. Like, look, see my block. 72%, not bad. More crit, more pierce, actually. But yeah, I just stick with the one I had on before. Oh no. Yeah, I just stick with this because it just gives more block, and I like to be secure. I like a wall of protection. But yeah, this can be used if you have the right gear for it. But if not, then you need to use this. This is the tier 2 amulet though. The tier 1 amulet gives 2 square sockets and a little bit more block. But yeah, like, honestly, there's not much of a difference. I'd honestly prefer this over... I mean, I'd prefer tier 1 because I have these right here. These 7% block jewels that I want to put on there. But, like I said, honestly, like, it's really... not that, like, honestly, it's hard to get that thing. Like, I've seen people get it effortlessly, but I just have not had that kind of luck, I guess. So yeah, next is this. This or this is fine. Preferably Duelist Daredevil Ring. It gives more pierce, more damage, more health, I believe. No. But it just gives a lot more pierce. And yeah, it's just a better theme ring, honestly. Like, it's just all around better. But if you can't get that, then obviously Alpha and Omega is the best thing for you until you can earn enough tickets to get the Duelist Daredevil Ring. Next, pets are like so needed, guys. Honestly, I have a bunch of them. I worked so much on them. But yeah, these jewels, by the way, guys, they are needed. Like, you need to have this with my set. If not, it won't work. I mean, the stun resist jewels I want to replace for block jewels, but that'll happen later. But yeah, the pet, guys, this is the pet I'm rocking. I could rock this, but I need a dealer jewel, and I need to take this to Ultra. But I'm not going to worry too much about that. But yeah, I got this pet right here, triple damage proof defender on the Maple Moose, which is like the best myth pet you can possibly get in game. And the jewel on it is an accuracy jewel, because if you can see, if I didn't have it, my accuracy would be below 30, and I'd be fizzling RNG because the game is broken. So yeah, I do that. Let me see what other pets I have. I have that. Let's see here. Do I have any others on this pet, on this? Yes, I have this one, which this gets Fairy Omega, so I'm not gonna train it anymore. But yeah, this is another great pet. If you can't get block, it's not really that big a deal if you have all the other stuff. But yeah, guys, that's it is what it is, guys. I mean, block is needed, and if you can't get this pet, then you got to work something out. But that's all I can tell you. Now, this is a really important piece to my set in my personal opinion. This is like one of the most important. This deck is pretty hard to get actually, but it is doable. Like I say about everything, it is doable. It has been done before by everybody, including me. I have been fortunate enough to get this gear. But yeah, it's gonna cost you crowns. It's gonna cost you time. It's gonna cost you money, but it is worth it if you really care much about PvP or much about Wiz in general. So yeah, this is the deck. All in all the gear that I have gives me these stats right here. All that, which it's pretty sexy, I won't lie. But yeah, let's get into the deck. So, you got the 4 stone blocks, obviously, because, you know, you want to prevent stuns. So, yeah, I realized that, what was I going to say? Yeah, I'm not the best duelist out there, but yeah, if you guys want to copy this deck down, I don't really care if you do or not. But yeah, you got the 4 stone blocks, you got max towers in there, you get the 3 volcanics, obviously, max colossal. I got the 2 sharpened blades just to buff those blades there. These I would love to replace with the storm one, the storm ice set, like the storm set shields that have ice in it. I want that rather than this because ice can steal this ice shield, not the storm one. But yeah, that's that. You got 2 Time of Legends because you have more bubbles inside deck, which I'll explain later. You got 1 Mystic, 1 Dimension Shift for Jujus, 3 Ether Shields, you got a Keeper of the Flame, you got 2 King Arts. Honestly, all the attacks in this deck are just for in case you can't pull from the side, I guess you can say. But yeah, this Minotaur is actually really important. Yeah. This Minotaur is important. Obviously, you got the 5 blades to boost yourself. You got two shifts, which is really important actually, because fire is deadly. You got 3 stuns in there for obviously stunning. 3 myth dispels because I'm telling you right now, myth is broken and they're coming up. I'm telling you, man, it's coming up, and people are gonna start playing myth more. And you gotta be really careful with what you do with myth. You got the 3. Which is House Calls, obviously the strongest myth spell you can get, high base damage and all that. 3 Convictions just to prevent stuns and have more block. You got the Dream Shields for these schools. You got 2 Reshuffles and 2 Balance Blades and 3 Strikes. And if you have the exact same set I do, I take out the Shadow Shafts because obviously they're not needed, but everything else I keep. Next, the side deck. We got 2 Tower Shields and 2 Quenches. The quenches are actually really important because fire is like really powerful, and if you want to prevent a fire, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's unfortunate for you fires out there. I'm sorry, but it is what it is, and I'm not gonna stop because someone complains about the spells. I mean, I've gotten this spell before on all of my characters, my myth, my ice, everything. But yeah, I got 2 Bassies in there. You know, if you want an overtime and a stun, that's what you go with. There are the bubbles. 3 bubbles, basically, and 2 calendars. Basically, all your attacks are gonna be in the side deck, more or less. These are just to in case, like, you know, you don't really want to overdraw much, and you might draw an attack. But I don't really like to base my game off of the main deck too much. The main deck is mainly filled with support and shields and stuff like that. You got all of this stuff here. 3 blades, and these are actually really OP. Like, if you use this, you are OP. You are officially OP. But yeah, that's basically it, guys. If you like this video, please leave a like. I will have more content in the very near future. In fact, might be today actually. I'm gonna post this today and have PvP for you today with a couple of my buddies. And yeah, guys, that's been it, you know. That can gear setup. It is what it is, you know. The strategy I use is I like to if I'm fighting a balance and I know he's gonna mana burn and I have no buffs, I don't care. I usually go for it because King Art with no blades or anything, just straight up pierce, does 600 a tick, which isn't bad for no buffs. So, I mean, it's really not bad. That's just me. Now, if I can buff a little bit and I know he's not gonna mana burn or something like that, then I blade and I bubble and stuff like that. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, that's essentially it. My strategy is blade, art, shield, spam, or stun protection. Usually like to double blade into Mystic. Into art, which does a ton of damage. I'm not even kidding. Myth is broken, man. Myth can be very broken if you don't know how to fight against it, which is really not easy to do. And then, you know, obviously the Medusa into blade, into art. Into Mystic strat or whatever it is you gotta do. But yeah, guys. Sorry. Yeah, guys, this is Lucas the Wise, and yeah, I am out.